Welcome to Dollar Wise. If you've ever wondered why earning more doesn't always mean building wealth, you're in the right place. Here we explore the psychology of money, smart financial habits, and the real reasons so many hardworking people still feel financially stuck. No hype, no get-rich-quick promises, just clear, practical insights to help you think differently about money. Now let's get into today's video. You're not broke, you're paying for a lifestyle you never chose. Have you ever looked at your bank account a few days before payday and wondered, where did all my money go? Not because you made a reckless decision. Not because you went on a luxury vacation. Not because you bought something outrageous. You did what everyone else seems to do. You paid your rent. You made your car payment. You paid your credit card bill. You bought groceries. You paid for your phone, your streaming services, your insurance, and maybe coffee on the way to work. Nothing feels extravagant. And yet, somehow, there's almost nothing left. Here's the uncomfortable question. What if you're not actually broke? What if you're simply paying for a lifestyle you never consciously chose? Imagine a 28-year-old office worker in Chicago, or a young engineer in Manchester. They earn what most people would call a decent income. Let's say they make $75,000 a year. That sounds comfortable. But after taxes, retirement deductions, and insurance, they might take home around $4,600 each month. Now watch what happens. Rent, $1,800. Car payment, $520. Car insurance and fuel, $350. Student loan, $300. Credit card payment, $250. Utilities and internet, $250. Groceries, $500. Phone, subscriptions and small monthly services, $180. That leaves roughly $450. Then life happens. A birthday gift. Dinner with friends. Replacing worn-out shoes. A weekend trip. A medical bill. Suddenly the month is over. The paycheck disappears almost as quickly as it arrived. Most people think this means they need a bigger salary. Sometimes that's true. But often the problem started long before the paycheck arrived. The real issue is that many of us inherit a financial script without realizing it. We're taught that adulthood comes with a newer car, a nicer apartment, more subscriptions, better clothes, annual phone upgrades, and a lifestyle that quietly expands every time our income grows. No one officially hands us these expectations. They're absorbed through advertising, social media, kakas, neighbors, and even friends. After a while, they stop feeling like choices. They feel normal. That's where lifestyle inflation quietly takes over. Every raise becomes permission to spend a little more. Not because life became more meaningful, but because the new level of spending quickly becomes the new definition of normal. Let's put simple math behind this. Suppose every monthly upgrade adds just $400 in extra payments. Maybe it's a slightly nicer apartment. A financed SUV instead of a used sedan. More dining out. A few premium subscriptions. $400 doesn't sound dramatic. But over 1 year, that's $4,800. Over 5 years, that's $24,000. If that money had instead been invested with modest long-term growth, its future value could become dramatically larger over time. The hidden cost isn't only what you spent today. It's everything that money could have become tomorrow. Psychologically, this makes perfect sense. Human beings adapt incredibly fast. The first week in a nicer apartment feels exciting. After a few months, it simply feels ordinary. The new car smell disappears. The expensive phone becomes just another phone. The happiness fades much faster than the monthly payment. Economists sometimes call this hedonic adaptation. We simply get used to things. But the bills stay exactly the same. This is why many high-income earners still feel financially stressed. Their income increased. Their obligations increased too. Freedom didn't grow. Only maintenance did. Over 20 or 30 years, this creates a surprising outcome. Two people can earn almost identical salaries. One slowly builds investments, flexibility, and financial security. The other constantly feels one unexpected expense away from stress. Not because one is smarter. Not because one works harder. But because one questioned the default lifestyle, while the other accepted it without noticing. Financially intelligent people don't necessarily avoid nice things. They simply ask a different question before spending. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this monthly payment?" they quietly ask, "What future freedom am I giving up to own this today?" That's a very different way of thinking. It shifts the focus away from appearances and toward options. Because real wealth isn't about looking expensive. It's about having choices. The ability to change jobs. Take a career break. Handle emergencies without panic. Help family members. Sleep well at night. Those things rarely appear on social media. But they often matter far more than the lifestyle people are trying to impress others with. So if you've ever felt like you're falling behind despite earning a decent income, don't immediately assume you're bad with money. Instead, ask yourself a calmer question. Whose version of success am I paying for? Sometimes the biggest financial improvement doesn't come from earning more. It comes from realizing which expenses were never truly your choice to begin with. If you enjoy thoughtful conversations about money, psychology, and building long-term financial clarity, consider subscribing for more videos like this.